My silver says you are a girly man. All right, YouTube, Louie here, and welcome to the weekend. Let's get going. Today I'm going to give you my tip of the week. It's going to be about credit cards and how to use them to buy silver. My 100 ounces that I picked up from the Silver Squeeze week. Yeah, I've been waiting to show you, and I'm so excited to show you this. I haven't even looked at it yet, but I think you'll dig it. The Queen's Beast Completer coin, yes, I got some. I tweeted them out when they were available and cheap, and now I'm unboxing mine. We're going to talk about silver and the GIRLY MAN Bitcoin. All right, silver trounces Bitcoin this week. And then we have a special coin from the Germania Mint honoring the first man in space. I've got it in hand. No, you can't buy it yet, but you can see it here, courtesy of the Germania Mint. And finally, a lot of drama about testing your silver. Oh, let's talk about that, guys. Okay, be right back. All right, the tip of the week is credit cards. They can be really useful and they can also be really dangerous. Let me show you what I mean. Here's what I picked up last week. This is type 1 Silver Eagles, the ones that I recommend accumulating now. And if you can find them, I was able to pick 40 of these up at a net price to me of $36.75, and you won't find them cheaper anywhere. And the only reason that they got down this cheap was my credit card. Let me show you what credit card I used and how I recommend you think about it as well. All right, before we get going, never buy silver or any precious metal on credit if you cannot pay the credit card off immediately. What I do is as soon as I make a purchase, I go into my electronic banking and I pay the credit card ahead of time. That money is gone and I'm square and I'm left with a sizable discount. This is how I recommend using the system to your advantage rather than letting the system use you. Don't build a balance on your credit cards to buy precious metals. That never turns out. It never turns out. Just don't do that. But if you want to get a discount, look at your credit cards and get yourself the perfect credit card for scoring precious metals on eBay. All right, in this case, I found the cheapest Silver Eagles I could, and they were on eBay. I said Yahoo because I can use my eBay credit card. All right, this credit card is useless for anything other than eBay. All right, you don't want to use this to buy groceries or book your travel. It's not particularly run by a particularly good company. The customer service sucks. But what's good about this credit card is after you have spent $1,000 in a calendar year, and you know how easy that is to do, you earn 3.3% credits on your statement. All right, so I am currently getting 3.3% cash back. It's not cash back, but it's a credit. When I buy things on eBay, I recommend you do the same, and that is how I got those Silver Eagles for $36.75 each. I'll show them to you when they come. eBay often ships immediately. This was Scottsdale silver on eBay, and oh, by the way, on their website, it was $2 more, and you had to pay with a check. So do consider the eBay credit card if you're a heavy hitter, if you're making bigger purchases. Sometimes it really works to your advantage. And I'll put the link below. Okay, guys, I've got the stuff unboxed and we can get right to it. First, we're going to start with my 100 ounces. Well, you have to forgive me, it's not actually 100 ounces. It is 3 kilos. Okay, 3 kilos, and here is, so a kilo is about 32 ounces, and that puts me at 96. You'll have to forgive me for not buying 100, but yeah, I wanted to do my part. But you know what? I'm going to do my part in my way. Every bit of silver that's taken off the market, no matter in what form, whether it's bars or eagles or flatware or jewelry, is assisting with the silver squeeze, because everything is inflating right now as a result of people having greater interest in silver. What did I pay for these kilos? Well, let's see, 31.40 for 3 of them, and that is about 1,060. Let's see, 70, 1,060. Let's see, 60, 180, no, 1,050, 1,045. About 1,045 per bar. That's about 32.50 or something an ounce. Pretty good price for bullion, but wait till you see what Silvertown sold me. I haven't bought anything from Silvertown for years, but gosh, when I got the message about these bars, I was so excited, so excited. Okay, let's get a look. These are kilo bars, and they are in the vertical format. And when you see an Engelhard in the vertical format, oh my God, here they are. Oh my God, here they are. Oh, I just love this. Oh, look at this. When you see an Engelhard bar, kilo, in the vertical format, it means that it is either from London or Canada or I think Australia. And this is what they were selling. They were selling these London Engelhard bars. There is a stamp on the top, which this is not a full stamp. Let me get one that has a full stamp. This is a certain kind of Engelhard London bar, I think from the 70s. Don't quote me on that. But let's get a look at another one. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Oh my God. And they had a bunch of these. And again, guys, if you follow me on Twitter, this is where I'm posting stuff like this. This is from Mokata. Mokata and Goldsmith, one of the original silver, I forget what they called them, price setters or retailers, but their history goes way back in London. And Engelhard did have an operation there. Now, this particular Engelhard London bar, and there are several, there are some without this maker mark, and this is the more common, but more common to the extent that, you know, a few thousand of these were made, you know, not thousands and thousands and thousands. And because Engelhard was known as quality, pardon the noise, a quality refiner, it was the go-to silver to be melted down and made into other things. So a lot of these do not exist, but if you want to get over, a lot of these did not make it to our century, but if you want to get over to allengelhard.com, and I really recommend you check out allengelhard.com. They've got many, many makers and all the variants of these silver bars. And you can find this one there. There are examples of each there. So it is a cast bar, obviously. It is an Engelhard bar, and it is an Engelhard London bar, and this is the Mokata version. So they had a bunch of these, and I bought as many as I could afford. Then I told you guys about them, and you cleaned them out in about a half an hour. But okay, this is the kind of thing that I look for, and like I said, I'll buy my 100 ounces any way I damn well please. But you know, somebody else will you know, they won't get these. They'll buy something else instead. I will get these, and there is a hefty premium on these. They really were giving them away at about $32.50 an ounce. So yeah, you can buy Buffaloes from Apmex at $32.50, or you can look for something like this. If you spend your time supporting the movement and you spend your time looking for good deals and using all the tips and tricks I try to give you, we can accomplish both goals. We can put the squeeze on, and we can make good investments, guys. All right, well, I know some of you are jonesing for these. 2 of the 3 of these are up for trade. I will trade these for one of these for 2 rolls of 21 Type 1 American Eagles BU. All right, 2 rolls of Eagles, straight up trade for an Engelhard London bar. I'll give you one of the nice ones if you want. All right, so that is my 100 ounces for the Silver Squeeze. And big props to Silvertown. that was just absolutely remarkable. Just absolutely remarkable. They let us have those. I'm going to check them out more often. Not so much for their everyday deals, everyday prices, but they're moving some silver through there. Silvertown is a production facility, if you don't know that. They collect silver from, all over the country, from wholesalers, silverware, I mean, people bring in thousands of pounds of silver there. And sometimes little gems like this, I think, wind up in their batch. Before they melt them and turn them into Silvertown products, they allow us to get a look and possibly buy them. All right, I'm going to unbox that coin in 1 minute, but here are the specs on this beautiful coin. It is a 2021. The grade is BU, although most of Germania Mint's products look like proofs, and they do come encapsulated. The denomination is 10 victories. Okay, well, that's creative. And the metal content is 1 ounce of 999 silver. They are making 15,000 of these. Really, really interesting story about Yuri Gagarin. I'll tell you in a minute, but let me get finished with the coin first. Now, props where props are due. The Germania Mint is a worldwide mint, so not everything is U.S. centric. And in this case, they are honoring the first man in space, Yuri, in his inaugural trip into space, and that was the trip that got John Kennedy excited about beating the pants off the Russians, which I think we did, but to honor the man and the coin and the country that accomplished this, they're making these. There are other interesting metals coming out which will have special coatings, etc. Let's see, relating to Vostok 1, the rocket launch was 6:07 in the morning. The date was 1961. And so the story of Yuri, though, Yuri, for those of you old enough to remember, first man in space, national hero in Russia, I believe it was his second mission, Suznak or something like that, crashed, and his best friend was killed in that. He survived, okay, and the Russians were so terrified that their national hero might die that they confined him to non-space oriented missions. He was testing, I think it was MiG fighter planes or something, and literally the moment after, 5 weeks after he was prohibited from participating in the space program, he crashed his Russian tester aircraft and he died. I believe he was in his mid-30s. So tragic story about Yuri, but one of the heroes of the Russians. All right, let's get on to see this coin. It is all in Russian, so I won't be able to read you the specifications, but I think it's going to be something special. Here we go. The unboxing. Yes, this is an advanced copy of that wonderful coin, so let's take a look at it. You guys get to see it first here on my channel. I get to see it first as well, and one of a kind for sure. A little lower mintage than Germania Mint usually has on its coins, and I don't know what the price point will be, but if you're into space and space travel and astronauts and so forth. Oh, and I see we get a nice certificate of authenticity. Again, this is in Russian, so there we go. Yuri, the man who gave his life to further space exploration. This, I believe, would be the reverse of the coin. You've got the hammer and sickle. 10 victories. I don't know, boy, where they came up with that, but what the hell? God, that's beautiful. But you expect nothing less from the Germania Mint. Just beautiful. Anything they do really, really well. I have to say, I like the reverse. And here we go. Here's the image of Yuri. Oh, there. Perfect. Perfect. All right. Yeah, there we have the Earth. We have the the rocket ship circling the Earth, first man in space. Before they put men into space, they actually put dogs into space in Russia. So I guess they made sure that humans could, or that living organisms could survive, and then they put him up there, and they brought him down, and then you already heard the tragic conclusion of his life. But hats off to Russians and space travel and Yuri. Beautiful coin, 10 victories. I imagine Germania Mint is planning some kind of a series here, or some kind of an interesting little side road from what they typically do. And again, space travel and astronaut coins and so forth are pretty popular. I'm interested to see the metals, and they will take some of these and they will coat them with really exotic substances, and you'll see those pop up on eBay and other places. They're quite expensive though, so really a collector coin, but hopefully the price point on this won't be too high if you'd like to get one. All right, let's move on. I want to show you the Queen's Beast collector coin. Actually taking this video on Thursday, a couple days before my typical Saturday video, just because I had these out and didn't want to have to pull them out again. But really quickly, what you're looking at for you hardcore collectors out there is the Queen's Beast collector coin. Here is the COA. This is the aggregation of all of the Queen's Beasts into one coin. A coin that no one knew was coming. I think even the Royal Mint didn't know this was coming. And but it is just a barn burner. I was happy to get some. The Royal Mint had a limit of 3 per customer, and I was going to buy some at LPM Hong Kong, but they raised the price so quickly that I had to go to the Royal Mint, where I was able to get these 3 for £71 each. Let's see, £77 each. So I don't know what that is, 120 bucks, something like that, a little shipping on top. Really, really popular coins. And the thing is, Americans were pretty much shut out of this release. And I tweeted the availability of these when they first came out. I tweeted them a second time when Bold had them. Bold was the most obvious place to buy more of them if you wanted it. They were selling them at $200 a coin. And they also had the more exotic kilo, and they had the 2 ounce, which I did buy some 2 ounce. So, and you didn't really see them pop up anywhere else, except you will see them pop up because, you know, this, I believe, was commissioned by LPM Hong Kong, and APMEX is a trading partner with LPM Hong Kong. So it is very curious that APMEX has not released their completer coins, any of the versions except for the gold BU. But they will, and when they do, they will be graded, and they will probably be $1,000 coins. I'm just saying. I could be wrong about that, and I don't want to get my reflection. How do I do this the right way? And there they are, all of the beasts for 2021. If you've got one of those collector boxes with each of the 2 ounce coins, well, that won't do you much good for one of these, but I figured the 2 ounce version would go nicely with the other 2 ounce coins. That's why I bought some of those on pre-sale. But you'd have to revise your box, right? Your box will not fit an extra 2 ounce. That's why I think this was an afterthought, but it was a somewhat brilliant afterthought, because with a mintage of 7,000, everybody wants one. Do you know how many people collect the Queen's Beasts? I mean, it's in the millions, I'm sure. They have made millions and millions of them. Well, I don't know if the collectors are in the millions, I should say, but they have made millions and millions of Queen's Beasts. So I was sure these would do well, and yeah, they are really hard to get. So good luck with that if you guys can find one somewhere. In terms of the sizes, like I said, they have the 1 ounce. And then they had the 2 ounce, which was exclusive to LPM. They had a 5 ounce and a 10 ounce, which I think were just Royal Mint coins. And then they had a kilo, which I believe was also exclusive to LPM. And that's why you're seeing these kind of pop up in random ways. For some reason, the 2 ounce has a June 30th delivery date, although they took all my money today over at Bold. They were very bold about taking my money. But they say they need over a month to deliver the 2 ounce. Anyway, the other thing to know about this before you get FOMO is that a BU version is coming. All right, so do not fear. A 1 ounce BU version is coming. I hadn't heard about a 2 ounce. Maybe a 2 ounce BU version will be coming as well. Or maybe it was just the 2 ounce that will be coming. I'm not sure, but you'll be able to get your completer fix in the BU form, which is completely acceptable. The Royal British Mint's proofs, they do tend to spot. So don't buy a box of these and put them away if you're going to have one for the collection. Recognize that it could develop a nice big milk spot right there on the Queen's cheek, and you'll be left with a $400 milk spot. There are also gold versions, some really big gold versions. There's a BU version that everybody wants, and there will be enough of those for everybody to have one. And there is a proof gold version that I actually had in my cart at around $2,300, I think, and then chickened out. But that thing's going to go for $4,000, I think. Limited mintages on all of these, as compared to the the normal 2 ounce BU Queen's Beast. So that's all I'll say for now. Don't overpay, but I don't think you'll see a lot of these in the wild, especially ungraded. And if you're in England, you probably got as many. You got your 3, and you're probably pretty happy about that. In America, not so much. Okay, guys, hope you enjoyed that. Tell me what you think about the new completer coin. Do you just have to have one? All right, and now some parting shots here before I leave you for this beautiful weekend. Yes, I want you to take note that silver has surpassed Bitcoin by quite a margin. I guess you can thank Elon Musk for that. But as you recall, I recommended getting out of Bitcoin and trading into silver for some of your Bitcoin a couple of weeks ago. Well, had you done that, you'd be about 20% richer today. I think that trend will continue. I'm still betting on silver on a proportional basis. I think it will continue to exceed Bitcoin going forward. Yes, Bitcoin is the GIRLY MAN. All right, and now finally I want to talk a little bit about testing your silver, a little bit of drama on YouTube, a little bit of push and pull between, some of the factions on YouTube. It gets funny. I hope when you come to YouTube and you look at us, you see that there are many, many different opinions, and not one person speaks for the whole community, not even close. We are, in a way, we're decentralized like cryptocurrency, but we tend to have themes that run through the community, and generally good advice floats to the top. So here's my thought about testing silver. All right, and let me start with gold. All right, so when you buy a piece of gold, you are handing over $2,000 or some other large denomination of money for a little teeny, golden thing. Gold needs to be tested and calipered and specific gravity, and I wouldn't drill it. I would never drill one of my coins. But you need to be exactly sure when you buy gold every single time that it is real, no matter who you buy it from. And you probably don't buy that much gold, so that makes a lot of sense. In the silver world, while it would be prudent to test every single bar that you buy, to go out and buy $1,000 machine to help you do that, I don't find that investment and that time to be worthwhile. I don't believe that there is a substantial risk of fakes and frauds. And the way I look at the world is I look at the world in terms of probability. This is the same way I looked at COVID. Yes, really, really horrible things can happen to you, and they happen. But what I want to know is, what are the probabilities? If the probability of getting a fake silver bar from reputable retailers, in products that you've come to know and everybody buys, if the probability is under, a hundredth of 1% that you're going to get a fake, or you're going to have a bar that tests 3% below 999, that's not worth my time to test every single bar that I purchase. And again, big purchases, exotic coins, yeah, absolutely. But what I do, and you can do this as well, for about $5, you can go onto eBay and you can buy the Neomidian magnets. But you take those, and if they roll down your silver in a slow, controlled pace, then the odds are really, really strong that you have got authentic silver. But generally, I don't test all my silver. I don't worry about that. If it's something, big and exotic that could have been faked, if I bought it off eBay for $5, from China, okay, I can guarantee that's going to be fake. But do I think that people are regularly plugging silver 10-ounce silver bars with lead or something and passing those off through our retailers, our bona fide retailers? Nah, I don't. And I don't get excited about it, and I don't have $1,000 testing machine. I do have a slide, which you can buy for $30, where you can't slide a 100-ounce bar, or a 30-ounce bar down it, but you can slide your coins down that. If you want to get a slide for about $30, you can buy a $5 Neomidian magnet to test it. You can have a big magnet sitting on your desk, and every time you bring something home, you can just go like that. If it sticks, you've got a fake. But no, I don't think there is a worldwide conspiracy to take advantage of us silver stackers. From time to time, bad things happen, especially when you get your silver from really, really weird places. But guys, just chill on the testing thing. Now, the thing about Silvertown, let me tell you about Silvertown, and things that are made from Silvertown, you got to give them a break, because look what they just gave me. I mean, this is a $1,000 gift that they put on the market for well below market. They take in product, wholesale scrap from all over the country. People, their silverware and their old coins and all that stuff in those buckets you see in the coin shops that's tarnished and dinged and dented, and teapots, and it goes to Silvertown, and they're a giant refinery, and I find that sometimes they can be a hair off the mark. And I'm not saying they're trying to cheat people, but okay, for certain bars in certain situations, they may have had a bad day, and something may have come out a little below 999. Do I find that reprehensible? No, I don't. I think it's just kind of bad luck. I'm just saying. What are the odds? Okay, yeah, you could get hit by lightning when I leave the house this morning as well. But I ain't worried about that, and I don't think you should be wringing your hands every time you buy a silver thing and taking it to the coin shop and having them drill it and test it. It's like, come on. All right, guys, that's all I have for you. I hope you have a wonderful week, and keep stacking. Keep stacking. It's there's nothing out there. It's getting really thin on the shelves, and if you want to play this game, you got to be in the game and look for the special deals, the bargains, the good ideas, the stuff with built-in equity, the stuff that you could turn around and sell for more than you paid for it. I don't see the risk in that unless silver goes back to 12 or something, and yeah, I think right, and a Chevy truck's going to be 15 grand again too. No, not in our lifetimes. See you guys. Have a wonderful weekend.